Hello, my name is Lindsay and welcome to my modern inspired loft build. The build you're watching right now is actually for one of my second generation Sims in my legacy. She's getting married soon and I want to make a nice place for her to move into. She's both high up in the mixology career and a streamer, so she makes pretty good money. I kind of went over the top with it. I really wanted to play with the heights of the floors because I always forget about them and I really wanted to use them in this build. I was also really inspired by minimal, cozy design. I hope that kind of came through. Honestly, it took me a lot longer to build than it should have. It should have taken me 2 to 3 hours max, but I got distracted a lot, so it took me like 5. I kept on goofing off. I cut all that out, hopefully, so you won't have to see that. But I had a lot on my mind, and can you blame me? I have TikTok brain rot to the maximum degree, so I have been obsessed with the pink sauce drama. I'm not going to say the name of the original maker of the pink sauce because you can easily find it by just Googling it. And I will be linking some TikToks down below about the drama from other TikTokers and their expertise because I'm just a fool who likes watching stupid things happen on the internet. If you're on Twitter, also you might have seen it because it was pretty big. It blew up there as well. Basically, the lowdown for those of you who don't know, this lady is making a condiment called the pink sauce, and it's sometimes Pepto-Bismol pink colored, but it also ranges to like tubby custard, pale pink, even like neon almost. From bottle to bottle, it changes.
But I'm seeing so many errors in this nutritional label, seeing 444 servings, which is 14.4 grams, which almost makes 6,300 something grams in a full bottle, which is inaccurate. And if these small details were overlooked, I'm looking at quality control now. I'm kind of scared. The hue keeps changing, and I'm scared for the people consuming it. And it's so hard to find a nutritional label on the website. I mean, that should be readily available. The hue keeps changing. There's misprints all over the labels. The macros and micros do not add up. I'm genuinely scared for the people consuming this.
This would be proof of an inconsistent recipe, but that's not the only weird thing about it. There was a weird shadiness around the ingredients, and people are now questioning what is actually in it. The color is easy to explain. The main thing that she advertises it with is that it's made with dragon fruit, but a lot of eyebrows were raised because the recipe doesn't really add up to what you're seeing. Doesn't really add up in the videos you see of her making the sauce or the consistency wise when she's actually eating it or like having other people eat it. I'm gonna list what she says is in it because it's not that much. She makes it in her home, so it's not like it's professional. It doesn't have all the preservatives in it. Water, sunflower seed oil, raw honey, distilled vinegar, garlic, pitya pink, which is the dragon fruit. It's a type of dragon fruit. The Himalayan sea salt, less than 2% dried spices, lemon juice, milk, and citric acid. In the videos that you see the sauce is being eaten, it's very watery, which has led some people to question raw honey as one of the top ingredients. It's number 3. But if it was number 3, you would think that'd be a little more honey texture, and it just doesn't have that. There's also a video that she posted of her making it, and there's a white liquid that doesn't appear to be the consistency of milk. It's like hanging on the walls of the container in a way that milk just wouldn't. So people tend to think that it's possibly more mayo-based and not milk, which is not on the ingredients list on her website or on the bottle. And it really just doesn't make sense if you look at the ingredients list. I don't think it's milk, personally. This also leads to concerns about allergies, especially a lot of people have egg allergies.
Now, the label is crazy. Like, it equals out to like 40,000 calories for a bottle, which is definitely not correct. The fact that vinegar is spelled wrong immediately jumped out to me, huge red flag. The fact that there is milk in it. Granted, it's allegedly a very small amount, but still something that you would typically want to keep cold. so already kind of off-putting. The interesting thing about dressings that some people don't know, if it's not a vinaigrette, mayo is probably the main ingredient. Now that's a little bit different when you're talking about companies who have a ridiculous amount of preservatives. Just using this as a random example, Hellmann's, their ranch does not technically use mayo, but it uses pretty much all of the ingredients that you would put in a mayo, with the exception of egg, which they have other things to thicken and bind in place of the egg, such as the cornstarch, xanthan gum, all that. If it does not have mayo, it's almost guaranteed to use mustard. The reason that most dressings, non-vinaigrette dressings, use either mayo or mustard is because it acts as a binding agent. A lot of times you get like a balsamic vinaigrette. If you let it just sit there, it's going to separate. Because it's oil and vinegar, it's not going to mix well. Even if you use like an immersion blender, it'll separate. Which is what makes the texture of this sauce so weird. Now you could point to the honey and say that that's the binding agent. But the thing is, the pitaya is what gives it that color. Pitaya is just dragon fruit, and the red dragon fruit is this color. Even with the fact that it's like mostly water, if you were to use honey as your binding agent and just honey, it wouldn't be quite as dark as the fruit itself, but the honey would darken it. It wouldn't be this light. Also, if you were using enough honey to actually bind the ingredients, it would be thicker than this. This is very light, almost watery.
There was also a mislabeling of it being 444 servings with 90 calories in each serving, which doesn't make any sense. She came out and apologized for that. Some people also said that the label was glued with glitter glue, but that was debunked, and it's from the packaging, actually, that the glitter transferred onto the label. Personally, I don't want glitter anywhere near my food, but maybe that's just me. Even with an incorrect list of ingredients, there's still concerns about shipping. With things like garlic and raw fruit being main ingredients, you really have to be careful because it will go bad very quickly. These sauces are being shipped in bags that like a small business would send a t-shirt out in. They should be shipped in insulated boxes with dry ice to keep them fresh, but people are complaining of getting bottles that have popped and rotted before it got to them, basically, because they're not being shipped properly. Even if they got the package quickly, there's still a danger because people are showing off bloated bottles, which is a sign of fermenting and that it's gone bad.
It was originally shipped and packaged like this, and I'm just gonna show you some videos so you can see how that went. Also, please take note of what color the pink sauce was in each video, because you'll see it's not consistent.
Damn, look how fat the bottle is. That's crazy. I mean, whatever the fuck she mixing is not supposed to be scored like that.
Yeah, so when this stuff would arrive, it'd be a freaking mess. It would be spilled all over the place, the cap would be off. It was not packaged in a way that it could be delivered. Now it comes in a box, though. They resolved this problem.
Not only is it not sold refrigerated, it also doesn't have storage directions. Mind you, she claims that there's milk in this product. Come on. How can you not put storage instructions on something that has milk in it? And people don't really store things in a way that they don't receive the item in. Like, the kind of rule of thumb is that if you receive an item that was refrigerated in the store, you then refrigerate it at home, or you look at the bottle after you've opened it to see if it needs to be refrigerated after you open it. She has nothing on it. She has nothing. So people are getting like warm bottles and then leaving it out. That is a danger. That's awful. A lot of people are saying not to eat it because of botulism, which is a real concern in this case because the toxins produced by bacteria is incredibly deadly and it requires immediate care. Some people have claimed that it gave them food poisoning. I've heard one person say someone died, which right away sounded like clout chasing. And yeah, earlier the day that I wrote this whole like script out, the person came out saying that it was a social experiment, which if anybody ever says something's a social experiment, you know they're backpedaling. It's such a clout chase. Honestly, this is grounds for the lady who makes the pink sauce to sue for hurting her business, because claiming a product killed you is not a small thing.
It's Dev. So I'm not dead. So first and foremost, I want to say sorry if I scared y'all. I mean, that was my intent, but like not like this. Second off, I want to say to Chef P, sorry if this scared you at all or impacted your business in any way. That was never my intent. The opposite, actually. This was meant to be a full social experiment to see how quickly other people could spread misinformation. So we're going to get into like what I did and what I observed later. But first we need to go through everything because a lot of stuff is being said right now and a lot is going down. First and foremost, I want to go on record and say, because people are saying that she wants to sue me, I have never tried pink sauce. I have never bought pink sauce. I am in no way affiliated with pink sauce.
And I'm sick and tired of social experiments. So, honestly, if he gets sued, he has it coming. I don't feel bad for him. Cottage law is something that a lot of people have brought up in this case, and I don't think it will cover her. Many of the things sold under this law are cooked, like baked goods, jams, things like that, and her sauce is raw. With her not storing or shipping it correctly, along with the weird ingredients, I don't think she'll fall under this law. I honestly think that her selling this sauce is deliberate ignorance at best. I like, how do you make a whole company without figuring out if your product is safe or how to ship it properly? Also, Florida's cottage law, which is where the chef is located, it doesn't cover sauces or drinks, basically nothing wet except for jams and preserves of that sort. So she's not even protected by cottage law. I suspect that either she'll be investigated or sued by the state, if not the FDA. She recently did a live stream where someone said that she should be investigated by the FDA, and she went off saying that she never said that her sauce would affect your health, it wouldn't cure you or anything. And people in the chat were trying to tell her that the F in FDA stands for food.
Keep talking about FDA approved. What do you mean FDA approved? I don't sell medical products. The pink sauce is not a medical product. The pink sauce don't contribute to your health. I never said that. Did I? Make it make sense in the stuff that y'all saying. Like, really, like, I'm gonna talk to y'all like I'm y'all mama, cause I got 2 kids and I ain't got time to play. So since y'all wanna act like children, I'm gonna talk to y'all like y'all children. I used to work at a middle school. Hello. Hello. How are you? Good day.
And if she's selling food product and doesn't even know that, even after she said that she sent her food into a lab to be tested, I would not trust anything this lady brought to a potluck. I am so sorry. When asked to describe the taste, she would also say that it was indescribable, and I don't know if that's the best way to sell your product, getting people to buy your mystery sauce by saying it's undescribable, you just have to taste it. Personally, don't trust it. I don't trust. Apparently people have tried it and it tastes like ranch. So if you want to risk your life for some possibly radioactive toxic ranch, go for it. But if your friend busts out a bottle and says, hey, do you want to try this? Personally, I wouldn't do it, even for the meme. She's literally filling these bottles in home with a funnel in her kitchen. Don't eat the sauce. Don't eat the sauce. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. If you've seen any of like her videos, or if you were just directly thrown into the pink sauce hate wagon like I was, tell me your thoughts. How did you find out about it? I'm always curious. Like, did you first see it on TikTok or on Twitter? I'd like to know. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Bye!